Alrighty everyone, welcome back. It is already June 6th of 2024, and already the Acolyte episodes 1 and 2 combined really brought us a Rotten Tomatoes score on the audience scale of things right around 31 to 32%. It's not looking good for Lucasfilm and Disney, and it's most certainly not looking good at all for those like Kathleen Kennedy and Leslye Headland at hand, who have really brought Star Wars down to pretty much rock bottom, if not lower than that, and everything else going on with the current status of Lucasfilm, one project after the other failing miserably. We also have Skeleton Crew, another Star Wars show set up for disaster for the holiday season of this year. This is Mike Zero. Subscribe if you're new and like this video to see future updates. You can also follow me at Mike01. I thank you also very much for the great and kind support. So, one thing I really have to give a lot of credit to, those like Trey Parker and Matt Stone, who really fulfilled the Panderverse special back in late 2023 that really woke up a lot of people about Disney's shenanigans and everything happening with Lucasfilm and everything else related to Kathleen Kennedy's nonsense that she's been doing over there. But interestingly enough, there's been a wide development happening behind the scenes between both Paramount Global and South Park Studios about two follow-ups, two sequels, so to speak, to the Panderverse special, the DEI special Part 1 and Part 2. Let's get into this, and exactly how it will address the Acolyte. Now, specifically, of course, we already know that the Acolyte is off to a terrible start. It is a colossal failure. This is something that we have never seen before in Star Wars history under Disney when it comes to a backlash this large. However, on top of everything here, with the Acolyte already considered a colossal failure for Disney and Lucasfilm, one major development now has much to do with both South Park Studios and Paramount Global, and what is going on behind the scenes against Disney and those like Bob Iger and Kathleen Kennedy. Now, one crucial update to the development of South Park's DEI special that will serve as the sequel to the Panderverse in 2025 as a two-part event is that for some time now, part of this parody is set to mock and parody the Acolyte series by both Leslye Headland and Kathleen Kennedy. Now, this is something that both Trey Parker and Matt Stone are currently working on and have been working on for several months now, and recent Paramount, of course, developments and how they greenlit the DEI special that is set to bring back Kathleen Kennedy, who was the parody version of Kathleen Kennedy. Conversations recently also advanced between Parker and Stone along with the Paramount executives about mocking the Acolyte series next year in 2025 as a side story of the DEI special that is in the early stages right now. The main reason why Parker and Stone are also waiting it out is that it won't be a special just dedicated to the current status of Lucasfilm, but rather Disney in general. In addition to this, Leslye Headland, the director and showrunner of The Acolyte, is also already in the process of getting mocked and parodied in the DEI special as a somewhat Sith apprentice of Kathleen Kennedy that will present herself in the series. The return of evil Mickey Mouse is also going to return in this special, where Walt Disney himself is planned to get resurrected in the episode to witness what Disney has turned to under Bob Iger and Bob Chapek over the years. Now, this special, which by the way, like I said, divided up into two parts, are already planned to drop sometime around February to March of 2025. The Acolyte mockery is currently planned to be significant as part of the special, with the return of the Panderstone, playing into the events of the parody of the Acolyte. Conversations are reportedly going to advance between Parker and Stone over the course of the next couple of weeks on the direction of the Acolyte. However, Parker and Stone are also planning to mock and parody the critics of the Acolytes, such as Star Wars fans. This is so that they remain unbiased in the DEI special that will be a game changer even for South Park, and is planned to boost and skyrocket ratings on the Paramount Plus platform. In addition to all of this, both Parker and Stone are also in the works with South Park Studios and Paramount Global to mock other Star Wars failures and the current status of Lucasfilm. However, the DEI special is also set to mock Snow White 2025, after it debuts in theaters as well, and other Disney failures on the horizon, mind you. Now, the Panderverse special reportedly brought Paramount Plus, get this, 25% of new South Park viewers, and the main reason why follow-ups are even in development right now is just how significant the number of new South Park fans were created after the special, since it addressed ongoing issues with the Walt Disney Company, Iger, and most certainly Kathleen Kennedy. Now guys, let me just pause here before I move on. The thing about this that I think is absolutely revealing, and we've been talking about this for a number of months now, about how the Panderverse follow-ups were in development, they were moving forward, and even before the Acolyte episode 1 and 2 debuted, they were already in the process of mocking and creating a parody of the Acolyte, Leslye Headland, and Kathleen. Now, interestingly enough, the fact that they are going to use Kathleen Kennedy to attach that iteration of Kathleen Kennedy to the Acolyte series and using that joke all over again, put a chick in it, make it lame, you know the whole drill, right? You know that whole joke that was very much famous within South Park already. But what's interesting about that is that they're not stopping with the Acolyte. They want to move ahead with other Star Wars failures to kind of use that as some form of material for the side story and how it fits into the story of the Pander Stone. Now, we already talked about how multiple stones are going to be coming into the equation of this parody, somewhat to kind of mock the Marvel Cinematic Universe, quite possibly, creating a parody of the Infinity Stones. It's possible. But what's interesting about that is the fact that you have Trey Parker and Matt Stone going all out with mocking and creating a parody of Lucasfilm, Kathleen Kennedy, Leslye Headland, the Acolyte series, and, well, let's get into the big moment right now. Even Rian Johnson is also reportedly going to be mocked in the upcoming DEI special, along with George Lucas returning since years ago in South Park. Now, the Acolyte episode 3, which airs next week, will only certainly provide Parker and Stone more material to work with for the parody event. And you know what? I mean, that's true. When you look at Parker and Stone, these are creators. These are, artists that love what they do with South Park. They're very passionate about what they do. And that's why it resonates with a lot of fans, because they call things out for what they really are. I think that the latest special, where it really kind of poked fun at Lizzo and the whole Ozempic thing and all of that, I think that was hilarious. Now, when you look at stuff like South Park and everything related to, the current status of Lucasfilm, that's going to be a very big thing. It most certainly is going to be a very big thing, because this is a type of backlash that we have never seen before under Disney's wing, alright? Even larger than The Last Jedi. That's how bad the Acolyte series really is, and just you wait until episode 3. That's when things are really going to spiral downward like never before. So June 12th, mark your calendars, next Wednesday. That is the very day I think that Star Wars will be dead forever, and will really drive pretty much all fans away at that point, even regular Star Wars or normies, I should say, that maybe are considered casual fans would even walk away from. So overall, I would love to hear what you all have to say about South Park, the Panderverse follow-ups, the DEI special, you name it. And if you guys really did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel, and I will catch you guys later.